Hello my friends, today we're learning Daf Hayomi test. Baruch Hashem, we're going to go straight to another Shia and catch up. Says the Gemara, Omar Mar v'abonim notlu b'schus avi avoisom. The kids of the Misludinim were zoiche because their grandfathers, b'schus avi avoisom, and the father of the mothers. V'atanya, correct the Gemara, V'atanya, it says b'schus atzmon, that they got chelik in Eretz b'schus themselves. So the Gemara lo ikashya, ho k'man da'oma le'yitzim Mitzrayim, ho k'man da'oma le'boy oret. The Shittu says that each one who came into Eretz got chelik. That the Shittu says b'schus atzmon, because they came into Eretz in the right age, so they got chelik. And the Shittu says that it's b'schus yitzim Mitzrayim. Sorry, the b'schus avi aviyim, and the fifth Shitta that's lefi the Eretz was nischalko to Yoitze Mitzrayim. Says the Gemara, V'yiboy same another Torah, Tova ha'ole boy Eretz. Both shittis hold that the Eretz Yisrael is chalek leboy Eretz. V'holoi kasha, and it's not kasha one that says b'schus atzmo, one that says b'schus avim, ho the avu ben esrim, ho the loy avu ben esrim. The ones who were bnei esrim when they came to Eretz Yisrael, the ones who were bnei esrim when they came to Eretz, they got b'schus atzmo, and the ones who were not bnei esrim when they came to Eretz Yisrael got b'schus their grandparents. V'she'oyo b'chor noitir shnei chalokim. So we learned in the Mishnah, at the end of our Mishnah, that because Tzlofchad was a Bechorah, so the Bnei Tzlofchad got a double portion in the Yerusha of Chayfa instead of Tzlofchad. Correct the Gemara, V'amai, why is it so? Royu, what Tzlofchad, he didn't actually have it when he passed away, the Chelik of Chayfa, because they were not in Eretz Yisrael yet. It's only Roy to get it. And as we learned, Ve'ena Bechor noitil baroy k'b'muchzek, a Bechor only gets double on what actual possessions the father actually has, and this the father never had yet. In the future, he's going to get when they get to Eretz Yisrael. Amar Rabbi Yehuda Mashmul, Beisedes Oilim. Enochinami, when it says that they got double, it doesn't mean they got double in the Nachlo and Eretz Yisrael. All it means that they got double in what the father actually had in the pieces that hold the tent down. It's like these metal pieces that hold the tent that shouldn't fly away, and that's something where he physically had, and that they got double. But actually in the Nachlo and Eretz Yisrael, they not got double. Mosiv Rabba asked a kasha on this. Rabbi Yehuda Bnei Tzlofchad notlu dalet chalokim. How do we know this? Shenema v'iplu chevlei menashe asoro. We learned in last stuff, and chevlei menashe means where you measure with a string. What do you measure with a string? It's karka. So we can see they got karka. Din b'chora elo marabba. Eretz Yisrael muchzekesi, like we said early on, that the Yerusha that Bnei Eretz Yisrael got, Yotzei Mitzrayim got in Eretz Yisrael is already theirs considered, and therefore it's already muchzek, and therefore a Bechor gets double in it. Meisivei, we have a cash on this. Amar Rab Chitka, Shimon Hashikmoni, Oyoli Chavai. Shimon Hashikmoni was my friend, Mitalmidi Rabbi Akiva, and he was a Talmud of Rabbi Akiva. V'kacha Rab Shimon Hashikmoni Oima. Yodei Ayom Moshe Rabbeinu Shebnei Tzlofchad Yerusha. So there was no suffix to Moshe Rabbeinu that daughter gets a Yerusha. Hey, Avaloyo Yodea, what he had a suffix about, Im Noitles Chelik B'Chorim Lav, do they get double or not in Eretz Yisrael? Really, all what we learned from Nachalo, we'd get it, Moshe would write it. It's not like if Bnei Tzlofchad wouldn't turn around, we wouldn't have the parsha of Nachlos. We was going to write, to be written, Elosh, Bnei Tzlofchad, the Bnei Tzlofchad who came and brought up the kasha about the Yerusha, do they get a Bechorah and the Yerusha or not? And that's why the whole parsha is written as if it was only written because of them. You do on another similar case, you do Moshe Nu Rabbeinu Sham Koishes, the one who collected the wood on Shabbos b'misei gets killed. Shenema, it says clearly Mechalel Mois Yomos, the one who Mechalel Shabbos gets killed. Aval lo yodea, what he didn't know was be'ezu misei Yomos, what type of misei should get killed, and that's why he asked Hashem. Moshe should have said the parsha that someone who's Mekoishe Eitzim gets skila. Elosh in Ischayim Mekoishesh, because of Mekoishesh did the Avera, it was written on him on his like because the whole story there he was Mekoishes, and as Hashem said we should be soikel him. It's coming to tell you, it says Gemara Daf Hayomi Testament Beishim Galgalim Schus al Yedei Zakai Bnei Tzlofchot who are Schus will Galgal Schus, and we have an extra parsha and we mention Bnei Tzlofchot v'choy al Yedei Chayev, and a choiva of the Mekoishes al Yedei Chayev that we brought parsha about someone who's Chayev skila because of him. So, fragt the Gemara, if what Bnei Yotzei Mitzrayim got a chelik in Eretz Yisrael as if we have it already, what was Moshe's Sofek? If he's muchzik, we're saying that the Yerusha, the splitting up of Eretz Yisrael to Yotzei Mitzrayim is called muchzik. So what was Moshe's Sofek? Obviously, Bnei Tzlofchot should get double. So they go, he gufa komis hapkele. How gufa that was Moshe Sofek, either muchzik or either roy. Dichsim, because it's in the pasuk when Asati oiso lochem moirosha, I'll give you Eretz Yisrael to you moirosha. And Hashem, Yerusha lochem avoseichem. So there's one way to understand it. It means moirosha, that it's a Yerusha, that's a if something that they already own, and therefore they considered muchzik. That's one said. Or Dilma, or maybe shemerishim veinim yoshim. All it means moirosha means that the people who came out of Mitzrayim will be moirosha to their kids because they all died in the midbar. But it doesn't mean anything to tell you about that's a chazaka. And from Hashem told them that both of them is true. Yerusha lochem avoseichem, and it's called muchzik, and also Merishim Beinim Yoshim, and also they're all going to die in the midbar. And we see a similar thing, like over here, that it says Merosha, and it means that you're not going to go into Eretz Yisrael, you're going to give it over to your kids. We see a similar place where you have a nevuah, and they didn't know what the woman have. That it says in the Shira Sayom, Tevienu v'titeinu ba'anachloscho. I think it's in Shira Sayom. Tevienu, and it says more Tevienu lo ne'emar. It doesn't say we will come to Eretz Yisrael. What did the Bnei Yisrael say? Tevienu, you'll bring them. Ela Tevienu. Melamed, we could see from there shemisnavim. They had the nevuah that they're not going to come into Eretz Yisrael. This is well before Chet Meraglim, when Hashem said that everyone won't come into Eretz Yisrael. Ve'enim yodim anisnavim, and they don't know that they're having a nevuah bichlal, and that's also the same with Moirosha. It says that Tamoyno lifnei Moshe, they stood, the Bnei Tzlofchot stood in front of Moshe, lifnei Elazar, in front of Elazar Kohen, lifnei Anisim, v'chol ha'eda, and everyone. Fragt the Gemara, efsha omdu lifnei Moshe, v'lo amru lo en dovo, and Moshe never had what to answer them because he had the suffix like we explained about, is it considered muchzik or roy? V'omdu lifnei Anisim, v'chol ha'eda. And then they went to Elazar, and then the Nisim, and then the Eidah. If Moshe doesn't know, no one knows. Well, it doesn't make sense to go to the biggest person and then ask the second person. Says the Gemara, Elo Sirius Amikra v'Dorsheu Divrei Rabbi Yashia. Rabbi Yashia says the pasuk means the opposite. They first went to the Eidah, then they went to the Nisim, then they went to Elazar. When no one knew, then they went to Moshe, and then when no one knew, Moshe went to Hashem. So you turn over the pasuk that they first went to the lowest one, and then they went to Moshe. No, in different pshat. The Beis HaMedrash Yoshvim, everyone was sitting in Beis HaMedrash, in front of all of them, in front of Moshe, Elazar, Nisim, and the Eidah, and therefore, they asked everyone. What's the machloikes? When you have the Rav Moshe Rabbeinu, you also cholik to Elazar, to the Nisim, to all Klal Yisrael, and you give everyone covered, and that's why the pasuk mentions all of them. When you have a rabbi, even though the Talmud's a choshev person, you don't give cover to the Talmud, only to the Rav, and therefore it doesn't make sense to learn the pasuk that they were all there. Why would the pasuk mention them? It would only mention Moshe. Said the Gemara, Ve'ilchas halacha is cholkim, you do give cover to the Talmud in front of the Rebbe. Ve'ilchas halacha is en cholkim, you don't give cover to the Talmud in front of the Rav. Said the Gemara, Kashi ilchas halacha, it's a story. You tell me halacha like this, decide. Said the Gemara, ilchas halacha loy kashi. Hodi poligli Rabbi Yikara. When the Rabbi gives cover to his Talmud, so when you come in front of them, you have to give cover to the Rav and to the Talmud. Hodi loy poligli Rabbi Yikara. If the Rebbe doesn't give cover to his Talmud, so then you don't have to give this Talmud covered in front of the Rebbe, only to the Rebbe. And Moshe Rabbeinu gave covered also to his Talmidim. Tona, it said in the Bryce of Bnei Tzlofchot, Chachmoni Yisrael, they were clever, they knew how to do things. Darshoni Yisrael, they knew how to to darshan droshes tzadkonis and the tzadekis. How do we know this? Chachmonis saying shelifishia shadibru. They never came to Moshe and asked him a question randomly. They waited till it came up in the sugya in the base medrash, and then they asked him, how do we see this? Omar Shumar Yitzchak Melamed Shoyel Moshe Rabbeinu Yoshev v'derish b'parshas Yevamim. Moshe Rabbeinu was sitting and he was learning the parsha of Yibum, because Shenemar said in the pasuk Yeshvu Achim Yachto. If two brothers sit and one of them dies, so you do Yibum. So Amru Lo Yifil the Bnei Tzofcha told Moshe, 1 second, Im Kebein Anu Chashuvim. If we like boys, and like by Yibum, if there's a girl, you don't need to do Yibum. No lanu nachlo keben. Why shouldn't we get the nachlo of our father like a son gets? Im lav. If not, if we don't like boys, tisyabi mimenu. Our mother needs to do Yibum because there's no kids left from our father, and we girls are not counted. Miad straight away Moshe didn't know what to say. So Vayakrav Moshe spotom lifnei Hashem. So we could see that they were chacham, that they knew how to, when to ask the question. Darshoni yesen shoyu omeris. Because they said to Moshe, they told, if our father Tzlofchad had a son, Loi Dibarnu wouldn't complain. So we could see from there that they darshan. So Rashbam explains that they knew the drasha, that they knew to darshan, that it says, Ubein ein Loi, that if there is a son, you give it to the son, even if there's daughters, and the daughters don't get anything. And not like we wanted to say early on, that when there's a boy and a girl, they both yarshan together. So we could see they knew the drasha. Practically more about Tanya Bas in the Brisa, it said that they said that, if you would have another daughter. Omar Avirmia says, Ramimia, Sami Mikan Bas, delete that Bas. It doesn't make sense to say that the daughters of Tzlofchad said if we'd have a sister, what do you mean, they girls, if they do yarshan, why should the sister yarshan? Abai Omar, we could explain this Brisa. What they said to Moshe, they said, Afilu oyo bas leben, if we'd have a brother who passed away who had a daughter, Loi Dibarnu, you wouldn't complain. Tzadkonya said, how do we know that with the Tzadkonyas? Shaloi nisu elo lagur lehen, that they only married someone who was who they didn't marry anyone. They waited, as we're going to see later on, they waited a long time to see who they're going to marry. And that's pshat in the why the tzadkonyas, that they were the tzadkonyas, that they married the people who are ogun and they didn't marry any random person. Should have a nice simchas Torah, a gemar chasim toiva, a good ben shiur, a very, very blessed time. Thank you very much.